welcome to Marie's Scrappy Creations, where we sew the scraps of your life into beautiful creations. Of course, we're not sewing anything today because it's What's Up Wednesday. So, I have a lot to tell you about this week or show you, so this might be a little bit of a longer What's Up Wednesday. So, how my day started wasn't the greatest. Okay. You see, I got this fabric a while back. Isn't that adorable? From she is a sweet lady who sent me a gift a month or so ago, and I shared it on, I guess it was longer than a month ago, but either way, I shared it with you guys online, and I've been hesitant to cut into it because I love it. So I don't know if you guys ever do that, but I do. I'll hold on to fabric for a little bit and I'll think I don't want to cut it because it's too pretty. And I love this fabric. So I thought I'm going to make myself one of those open wide zippered pouches, and I'm going to applique something on it, and it's going to be so sweet. So I started quilting it the other day. Well, then I had half of that piece left, so I had enough to make another bag. So this morning I layered it all up. See, I have the other pieces here. And I stitched. I did a kind of that, what do you call it? Anyway, it's a wavy line, serpentine stitch. And I had it all done. And then when I looked at the second one, the fabric was facing the wrong side. I really did that, okay? I sat with my seam ripper, my new seam ripper, also a gift from this same subscriber and friend. This got a good workout this morning. I took out the equivalent of what's stitched here. Now, have I done more than that before? Sure I have. We've all done more cutting than that, or snipping. But, so I got all the stitches pulled out, pulled all my threads, sat back down at the sewing machine, restitched it, looked at it, and I had done the same thing all over again. And no, I am not kidding you. So this one is going to be stitched for the third time, but this time the fabric is facing the right way. It's not the right side facing the cotton batting. That's how my day started today. So it's gotten better from there, and I always love talking to you guys. So here we go. So I received a box from Queensland, Australia. The day I received it, I didn't open it. I messaged my friend and I said, your box arrived. I'm dying to open it, but would you like to video chat? I wanted to give her that option. So she said, no, you go on ahead and open it. Because, of course, she's 14 hours ahead of me. So our time zones don't really sync up very often. So I had waited until the next morning. But in the meantime, I looked on Google and I said, how many miles, between where I live and where she lives? And if I remember right, it told me it was 8,999 miles. So let's call it an even 9,000 miles. But I just think it's incredible that I can talk to all of you, across video or messenger, email, whatever it is, and make new friends who I would have never had a chance to know if it weren't for the technology that we have today. It's an incredible thing. All right. So a month or so ago, her and I were chatting, and I mentioned, I think I was talking about Adam from Adam Sews. If you haven't checked out his channel, it's going to be in the link below. He makes beautiful bags. Like, he really makes beautiful bags. So if you want to check him out, his link will be in the description box. Please do. Very talented sewer. All right. He works with a lot of Tula Pink fabric. Now, her and I were chatting about it, and I had mentioned that I have never owned a piece of Tula Pink fabric. She sent me a package. Okay. So when I opened this box, you guys, you cannot even imagine. So before I even show it to you, I want to say that through a little research and help from someone who knows their Tula Pink fabric, I found out that some of this Tula Pink fabric is like not being made. It's out of print, or I don't know what the correct word is, but anyway, she wanted me to be able to make some things for my upcoming craft fair, which is in the beginning of August, with some beautiful Tula Pink fabric. So I'm going to show you. This line is called Elizabeth, and there is a matching piece. I'll hold it up so you can see, whoops, how well it matches. So we have the Elizabeth in this color. We have Elizabeth in pink, and we have it in the blue and the turquoise. Whoops, gotta go this way. So those are out of print fabrics. And then we have Crouching Tiger. And we have it in 3 colors. Get this one. And then we have some beautiful unicorns. Hopefully you can see that. Oops, upside down. Oopsie. Beautiful. And then she messaged me this morning and she said, I can't wait to see what you do with the unicorn fabric. So you guys have to see what it says. Whoops, can you see that? So I love the fabric, and she knows who she is. That was a very thoughtful and generous gift, and I am so appreciative. Thank you for the fabric. But there was something else in there. A template set. There's 7 pieces, and they're like the thickness of a kind of like your ruler, your rotary cutting ruler. What word am I looking for? You know what I mean. Anyway, so there's different sizes, and so you can make quite a few different quilt blocks from it. And so I'm going to put that to good use soon. In her last box, she had sent me the Wonder Pins, and for any of you new people who didn't see it, they're kind of a safety pin that has a little piece of plastic on there. And when I first started using them, I had Googled them, and a couple of reviewers said, oh, they didn't like them, they couldn't use them, they didn't find them helpful. So I don't often take a lot of stock in that, because I always live by that motto of your mileage may vary, you know, and we all like different things. Well, it only took me a couple of times of using those, and I really like these. I'm wondering now if they come in bigger sizes for like thicker projects. I don't know. I'm going to Google that and find out. But if you've never used these, they're called Clover Wonder Pins. So they have Clover Wonder clips, and then they have Clover Wonder pins. So, you know, I'm not saying run out and buy them, but I'm saying if you have some and you didn't quite think you liked them, for me, it just took using them a couple of times, and I have arthritis, so I found it really helpful to use those. Okay, so thank you again. She knows who she is. She sent wonderful gift. So I ordered a key fob set. So I'm going to confess, I don't know how many of you have made key fobs, the little, like the strap that holds the keychain. I have not ever made one. So I bought the tool, and it came with all the hardware. And I'm sure that when I go to put it on the key fobs, I'm going to have my husband do it, because I don't have a lot of strength in my hands or my arms. But that was kind of like a gift for myself. The other gift for myself is a felt a felt letter I can't talk. A felt letter board. And you can hang it on the wall, you can put it on a shelf, and you can change the words around. So this is what I put on there today. Might not be perfect, but it's my first time, right? So I'm going to have to find a place to set this because I think that's cute. And why did I buy myself these things? I may have just gotten my first check from YouTube. Woohoo! I got monetized the beginning of May, but because it takes a little while, as well as I didn't have all the information that they needed, and I finished that up 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. So I knew it was coming, so I splurged and bought a little bit. So I was finally paid for YouTube for my first month. So that was an exciting feeling. It might not be a lot, but it's enough to, give me that little ego boost of, wow, I'm doing something. Okay, I have a little piece of paper here because I have to remember a lot because I have a lot to tell you guys about. So a few weeks ago, I showed you guys all those charms that I bought with the sewing machine, scissors, irons, and all that. And I think it was during that same video that I showed you some earrings that a friend of mine had made me and told you that I gave her charms for her to make me some earrings out of those ones. Well, when I saw her and gave her the charms, she gave me a couple more pairs of earrings that she made. And she's been having fun with that new jewelry making craft that she does. And since I'm starting to wear purple and pink, look what I got. Whoops. Aren't those pretty? I'm using a different camera system, so if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I have this set up on a tripod aiming at me. I didn't want to stand over there today. I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. So I think those earrings are adorable. She does a great job, and I can't wait to see what she does with those sewing charms. So, all right. And while we're right here in the middle, I'm going to stick in the creative word of the day for today is the word sew, S-E-W. We're going to sew. And on that note, next Wednesday will be the first Wednesday of July, which means I will be doing a drawing during What's Up Wednesday for our creative word of the day winner for the month. So make sure you get your comment using the creative word of the day. Make sure you get your comment down there. I've mentioned to you guys before my friend Christine, who's always coming to my house with things like rickrack or a bias tape, any number of things that she finds. Well, she brought me lace. Now, this is just a representation of the lace that she brought. Whoops, I keep going the wrong way. Brought for me, because she had bought it for herself and she didn't use it. But there's laces and ribbons. I actually have a brown paper bag that has about that much lace in it. So there's a lot. There is one here that I really like, and I don't know how well you can see it. My only question about this is, because I like it, but it has like little rosettes in there, but then it's surrounded by plastic beads. So I don't know. I almost think I would have to hand stitch that onto something because I don't know how else I would use it that way. All right, the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was for any of you who were with me on any of my live streams. Every time I try a live stream, my screen goes black. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Well, I figured it out. I wasn't doing anything wrong. My Wi-Fi signal was dropping, just dropping. So last week I tried a live stream and it booted me. And I got back on that one only lasted about 20 seconds, I think. So I got back on and sure enough, it happened again. Got back on a third time, went about 20 minutes before it booted me. So last week I called my internet provider and I told them. And so they had me do a speed test. So first I did the speed test downstairs and I had 387 point something megabits per second downstairs near the modem and the router. Came upstairs, did the same speed test, and I did it twice. I had one reading of 1.7 and another reading of 10 point something, but it wasn't close to 400. So it's no wonder I couldn't keep a signal up here to do a live stream. So when I called them, I told them that I have a YouTube channel and I want to do live streams. And for what I pay them, I want a signal that I can rely on. I said, it's absolutely ridiculous that I don't have it. It shouldn't even be an issue. So the first thing that this representative told me was that my modem and router, I've had them for about 5 years. I've had them since 2017. And she said, you can go right up to the store in town and trade them in. And she said, just because the technology has changed a lot in the last 5 years, you're going to get a better signal just based on that. But she said, you might want to get a Wi-Fi repeater or extender, which plugs in. It would plug in the hallway, and it would repeat that signal that it picks up and make it stronger here in the sewing room. So I am going to pick up one of those because at first they told me I could rent it through them for just under $3 a month. But when I called them yesterday to actually get it, they told me that no, because we live in an apartment instead of a single family home, I'm not eligible. So anyway, I did go up there and I traded in our modem and router, and already it's made a huge difference. When I finally got it hooked up, when I finally got the Wi-Fi, which was a whole other deal entirely, I came upstairs to the sewing room and my first speed test was over 300. So that's a long ways from 1 and 10, as you can imagine. So yeah, when I got home yesterday, I hooked up all the equipment because I'm pretty good with some of that stuff. Hooked it all up, went to connect to the Wi-Fi. There was no Wi-Fi signal. It was then that I realized that they had to send it to me, like just send me the signal. So I'm like, oh, that's no problem. I'll call them. I don't have their number. Now, I think most of you remember the days of the phone book. Well, there isn't a phone book. So I'll just Google it. So I pick up my phone to Google it. And I was just getting ready to swipe my screen and I thought, yeah, that's not going to work. I don't have a Wi-Fi connection to Google it with. So I sat here and thought, okay, how am I going to do this? I need a phone number that I don't have to hook me up to Wi-Fi, and I don't have a Wi-Fi signal to find the information. So I ended up having to call my friend across the way and have her Google the telephone number. So that worked out. After about 2 hours. You don't even want to know. That was awful. Okay, let's see. Next week is an exciting week here at Marie's Scrappy Creations because we're starting a quilt along next week. I was hoping to start it this week. It's still being planned and things are just taking me a little bit longer than I had hoped. I'm not sure which day next week, but I'll update you as soon as I know. I'm going to say it's probably going to be Thursday or Friday, but maybe it would be sooner in the week. I'm not really sure. But between now and then, I'm going to try a new live stream with my new modem and router. Because as long as I get a steady signal, I would like to do the quilt-alongs as a live stream. Because that way it takes down the time that I have to edit and upload and write a description box and all that sort of stuff. So, okay, let me see. I think that's all I had to tell you. That was quite a bit of stuff to fill you in on, but I'm so glad you hung out with me today, and I'm sorry if you were bored, but this is what's been up. I'm working on those bags. I'm going to make 2 out of that spool fabric that I love, and I am getting ready for the craft fair. I have a lot to sew, so when I'm not filming or thinking of tutorials and things like that, I'm trying to work on sewing for the craft fair. And it's August 4th through the 7th, so I only have a month to get ready. Fingers crossed. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everyone. And if you wouldn't mind clicking the like button, that really does help me out. As well as if you subscribe if you're not already. Oh, that was the other thing. I hit 1,800 subscribers overnight. Yay! I remember when I hit 1,000. So I'm coming up on, is it the end of month 4 or 5 now? Anyway, I hit 1,800 overnight. So when I woke up this morning, I had 1,801 subscribers. And right before I came on here, I think it was 1,805. But I want to thank you guys for that because you guys are awesome. You've helped this channel grow, and I really enjoy doing this and bringing you the content that I do. So I appreciate each and every one of you. If you don't mind, share it on your social media. Share it on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are, and let people know about the videos. That's a help too. So until Sunday, I'm going to close for now. I may come in with a live stream at some point and just pop on to try out my new Wi-Fi. But you'll definitely see me on Sunday for a tutorial. So until then, you take care, be kind out there, and dig into that scrap pile. Let's get creative. See you soon.